Welcome back to the 79. If you are into AI news and trends, well, then you're in the right place. We're doing a deep dive today, and things are getting pretty wild.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The AI world is changing so fast, right? It's insane how these new developments seem to pop up every day.
Yeah, and they really could change like everything. How we work live, even think about technology.
It's true. And speaking of groundbreaking, our first headline today is all about open source AI, DeepSeek. That
Mhm.
Chinese AI company. Well, they just released this model called DeepSeek-R1, and it's causing quite a stir.
R1.
Yeah, R1, it's actually outperforming OpenAI's O1 in certain areas.
Really? So like what's so special about this DeepSeek R1? What makes it so different?
Well, they've really focused on reasoning with this one, especially in those really complex areas like advanced math, problem solving, and even code verification.
Okay. So how do we know it's actually better than O1? I mean, are we
Yeah.
just taking their word for it?
Oh, no, no. They've got the data to back it up. They've been running R1 through all sorts of tests, benchmarking it against O1.
Like what kind of tests?
Well, they've used the American Invitational Mathematics Examination. It's a really tough high school math competition. And then there's Math 500, a data set full of complex word problems. And they also used SWAB Bench Verified, which checks how correct code is.
So like how did it do?
It's matching O1 on some of these and actually beating it on others. Pretty impressive, right?
Yeah, that's not just hype then. There's some serious substance to it.
Right. It kind of feels like a turning point.
Yeah. It reminds me of when Stable Diffusion came out and shook things up in the image generation world. Could this be a similar moment for open source AI? Can we see these models becoming like the main force in AI?
Definitely a possibility. One of the things that makes DeepSeek R1 stand out is this built-in self-fact checking. It's amazing, actually.
Self-fact checking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you ask it to solve this crazy math problem. Not only does it give you the answer, it also double-checks its own work. Make sure it's accurate.
Wow. So it's like super transparent.
Exactly. And on top of that, DeepSeek is offering API access to R1 way cheaper than OpenAI's O1.
Seriously. So they're offering better performance maybe and at a lower price.
It's a game changer for sure. It makes you wonder what this means for companies like OpenAI that are sticking with those closed models.
Right. Like, are they going to have to adapt or are they going to get left behind? It's super interesting to think about the wider impact, too, with DeepSeek releasing these smaller versions of R1 that can run on a laptop.
You got it. Suddenly, advanced AI isn't just for the big tech companies anymore.
Anyone with a decent computer can tap into this power. That's incredible. I love the idea of open source tech making these powerful tools available to everyone.
It's all about democratizing access, right? And we could see like a huge wave of innovation coming from all sorts of unexpected
A
places.
whole new world of possibilities.
Exactly. Now, get this. Our next headline is all about AI agents. OpenAI's latest project is called Operator, and the rumors are pretty wild.
Operator. Okay, I'm intrigued. What have you heard?
People are saying it's got PhD-level intelligence.
Wow, PhD level. What does that even mean practically? Like, what can this thing actually do?
So, Operator is designed to be this autonomous agent, like a superpowered digital assistant that lives on your computer. You give it instructions, it carries them out.
So it can, like, write codebook travel, manage your to-do list.
Yeah, stuff like that. Potentially even more. There's some leaked info suggesting that OpenAI has been testing Operator on these projects called Osworld and Web Voyager.
What are those?
Basically, they involve navigating complex virtual environments and completing tasks.
Interesting. And how's it doing?
Operator is actually outperforming humans in some areas,
Mm.
but it still struggles with things that require, like a deep understanding of the real world or making nuanced
Okay,
decisions.
so it's not going to take over the world just yet.
Not just yet, but it's getting there. And the potential of these AI agents is mind-blowing. Think
Mm-hmm.
about it, all those tedious tasks you could offload to an AI that can learn and adapt.
The productivity gains would be insane.
Yeah. But there are also huge implications for the workforce, job displacement in certain sectors. It's a double-edged sword, for sure.
Definitely. And it's a conversation we need to be having right now.
Yeah.
Like, how do we prepare for this future? How do we make sure everyone benefits from these advancements?
Exactly. We need to be thinking about upskilling the workforce and ensuring a just transition as AI becomes more integrated into our life.
That's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
And OpenAI isn't alone in this race, right? There are tons of companies diving headfirst into AI agent development.
You've got NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Anthropic. They're all pouring resources into it. This competition is only going to make things move faster.
Which is both exciting and a little scary, right? Like we're on the cusp of something huge.
It's a fascinating time to be following AI. The stakes are high and the breakthroughs are coming at lightning speed.
Okay, before we move on, I just want to remind everyone that we're covering a ton of ground today, but we're breaking it all down into digestible pieces.
Making sure you have all the info you need to stay ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And if you're looking for even more in-depth AI coverage, be sure to check out our newsletter.
Yeah, head over to the79newsletter.com/subscribe. We'll send you all the exclusive content and analysis you could ever want.
All right, let's shift gears into our speed round, where we'll be covering a whole bunch of other AI news bites in rapid fire. Buckle up.
Okay, first up, we have some news from the political world. President Trump has reversed that executive order that Biden signed back in 2023.
The one about mitigating the risks of AI.
That's the one. It's a pretty big deal, especially with all the growing concerns about AI's impact on society.
It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. You know what it means for AI regulation in the U.S.? Could be a shift in priorities.
Maybe favoring innovation over safeguards.
Potentially. And it's happening alongside the rise of these open source models like DeepSeek-R1. Makes you wonder if we're going to see more AI development happening outside the U.S. with less oversight.
Something to keep an eye on for sure. Okay, next up we have Foxconn, the company that makes iPhones. They've partnered with Tech to use humanoid robots to assemble iPhones in their Chinese factories.
Humanoid robots building iPhones. It sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
But it's real. And it's not just a cool tech story. It's a sign of what's coming for manufacturing in general.
Yeah, we're probably going to see a huge wave of automation hitting tons of industries. Companies are always looking for ways to increase efficiency and productivity.
Plus, there are labor shortages to consider. It's a complex issue with a lot of factors at play.
For sure. Okay, next up we have Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. He's been urging people to chill out a little bit about AI.
He's basically saying that all this talk about OpenAI being close to achieving superintelligence is just hype.
Which is probably a good reminder that AI development takes time, right? It's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, we've made incredible progress, but we're still a long way from AGI, artificial general intelligence that can truly match human capabilities across the board.
It's important to keep things in perspective and not get carried away by the hype.
Totally. Overhyping AI can lead to unrealistic expectations and could even hinder responsible development.
Speaking of responsible development, there's been a delay in the release of Friend. Remember that AI-powered companion necklace?
Oh yeah, what happened?
Apparently, the company needs more time to refine the design and make sure it meets their quality and safety standards.
It's a good reminder that even with all the excitement around AI bringing new products to market is tough. There are always challenges.
All right, next up we have Microsoft throwing some shade at Salesforce.
Oh, what'd they do?
Salesforce has been claiming to be the leader in the AI agent market. But Microsoft's saying, hold up, not so fast. They're saying that over 100,000 organizations are already using their Copilot Studio to create AI agents.
So the competition is heating up. It's not just about developing the AI agents anymore. It's about empowering users to create their own.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch this unfold. I'm curious to see what new innovations will come out of this rivalry.
Me too. And last but not least, we have a message from the CEO of Mubadala, that big sovereign wealth fund. He's saying that people aren't fully grasping how disruptive AI is going to be.
Wow. That's a pretty powerful statement coming from someone in his position.
Yeah, he's talking about a ripple effect across all sectors of society, from employment and the economy to healthcare, education, even our fundamental understanding of what it means to be human.
It's a call to action, right? We need to start adapting now and recognize that AI is more than just a technological development. It's a societal transformation.
Exactly. And that brings us back to the core message of this whole deep dive. AI is changing everything, and we need to be prepared.
We need to be informed, engaged, and ready to navigate this new landscape responsibly.
And that's where resources like the 79 come in, providing you with the insights and analysis you need to stay ahead of the game.
Absolutely. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more awesome AI content.
And if you want to go even deeper, head over to the79newsletter.com/subscribe and sign up for our newsletter. We'll keep you in the loop.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve.